Today we're going to talk about something called polarity thinking, polarity management. You may have heard of it described as both and thinking or the power of and. And people who get this consistently outperform their peers, communicate more effectively, and build better relationships. Oftentimes the polarities that we operate in our lives and our relationships with people are not so easy to see. And so we're going to start by looking at why sometimes it's difficult to see these tensions or these cycles. So if you look at this image, tell me what you see when you look at this image. How many of you see a young lady? How many of you see the old lady? Okay, so some of us see the young lady, some of us see the old lady. Which is correct? Right? They're both coexisting. They're both there at the same time. But we could get into a huge argument about arguing, half of us, this is a picture of a young lady. And we could go into why it's a picture of the young lady, and we could point out the features. And then the other half of us could argue, no, this is an old lady. And at the end of the day, it's possible just with this picture, that two things can coexist at the same time. And so sometimes it's hard for us to see the tensions because one side pops out to us. We have a preference for one side, and that gets in the way of us being able to see both. Now you might have a question, well, how does this work with people who have high IQs or have a lot of education like the people in this room? It actually has no impact whatsoever in our ability to see. What it does impact is our ability to bury the other person with evidence of why they're wrong. So learning how to see polarities, it's not about being smart, it's not about our intelligence. It's about being able to pick up a lens that says, maybe in this situation, this is not an either or, maybe it's a both and maybe there's opportunity to bring these two sides, perspectives, values together for some greater purpose.